Good morning. Good morning. It's September 2nd. We had a fantastic weekend. I hope you all enjoyed your Labor Day holiday. I needed that break. But we also had a good weekend for fundraising. We are now at 65% of our goal. I wanted to get there before the end of August, but I do appreciate what you all have done over these past couple of days and what everybody's doing in their individual contributions that's moving this fundraising goal to the finish line. So I really appreciate that. Please continue to give. If you've given, if you got the opportunity to give more, give a little bit more if you can. If you have the opportunity to share the link, please share the link. Let's talk about something a little different today. Let's talk about Kilimanjaro. So just in a few short days, I am leaving. I am joining 10 other prostate cancer survivors. I am joining about 7 or 8 caregivers and supporters in that group, some staff, production crew, all the wonderful porters of Tanzania to summit this 8-day hike up to 19,000 feet. So Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania. It is the highest mountain in South Africa. It is the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. Everest is still the tallest, I believe, but it doesn't have a single individual mountain like Kilimanjaro, which is a dormant volcano. On top of this mountain is a glacier. The reality is we don't know how much longer that glacier is going to be there. And as a as a scuba diver, diving in oceans and documenting coral reef conservation and fish populations and substrate conditions and invertebrate species and invasive species, I know how climate change is affecting us. I see it underwater all the time. And I'm going to witness part of it when I get to the top of Kilimanjaro and see this glacier that is now starting to pull back and become less and less. But over this 8 days, we are going to be going from what one man described as going from the equator, from a climate zone, all the way up to the Arctic. We're going through every climate zone possible. There are several routes to get up to Kilimanjaro. There are shorter routes and there are long routes. We are taking one of the longest routes to ensure our safety and our ability to summit as much as possible. The biggest issue is going to be the acclimatization due to the high altitude and the very limited oxygen that's going to be available to us. So we're going to be starting off and taking the Lemosho Route. So if you want to Google and determine what the Lemosho Route is, you'll see what we're going through. But the Lemosho Route is going to take us up to certain heights, across, down a bit, up a bit, over, down a bit, up a bit and over. And the final day will be going into, I think it's Barufu camp, where we'll get there early, we'll eat early, and we're supposed to go to bed early. And then we're gonna wake up early. I've heard discussions that we may wake up at 11 o'clock. I've heard discussions we may wake up at 10 o'clock. And shortly after having a meal, we're gonna be making an all-night summit climb to Stella Point, which is the second to highest point on top of Kilimanjaro. And then from Stella Point, we're going to be going over to the final point called Uhuru Peak. And those of you who are Star Trek fans will know that Lieutenant Uhuru, her character was named after this peak called Freedom. It's Freedom Peak. So I'm going to take some Star Trek fans with me when I go up this mountain. And then after we summit that and we make it probably right around sunrise, we have to go about 3/4 of the way down the mountain. We can't stop. We have to keep going. And then we'll get down to Mawika camp, and that would be our first chance after about all morning and all day hiking to call it a day, freshen up at Mawika camp, and then head out to Mawika Gate as we celebrate our achievement. So there are more details about Kilimanjaro. I was at REI yesterday looking at more gear, trying to take advantage of the Labor Day sale. So it's going to be an interesting challenge. I was running in the neighborhood today, and I renamed the hill at the end of our area. I mean, we got some inclines, but we got this one hill, and I call it Summit Hill now. And I tackled Summit Hill a couple times this morning, so that's good. And I think one of the reasons why I summited Summit Hill a couple times today was I had the right music. I have different kinds of music, but this morning it was a gospel song. And I had learned yesterday that a very dear friend of mine who I haven't spoken to a lot, but she's a family friend, unexpectedly passed away earlier this month. And I was thinking about her as I was going up that hill. Got a little emotional, but I was thinking about her and some of the other people who have had medical challenges in their life, cancer and other conditions. And we're not alone. I was thinking about her. I took her with me up this hill. I'm going to take her with me up Kilimanjaro, and everyone else who's asked me to share their loved ones when I get up to the top. So undoubtedly, I will bring them with me. So we're at 65%. We're not there yet. I'm not there yet. I still have training to do. I still need your help. Talk to the men in your life. Have you gotten screened? If they can't tell you they got screened, ask them if they have a plan to get screened. Have you been screened this year? Stay on them. They're going to need the support. They're going to need the persistence from you. So let's all continue to fight this #1 cancer affecting men in this country together. And thank y'all for y'all support. Bye-bye.